6th June 2021. Hello guys, what is up? Today I'm here back again in central London. Today I'm standing in front of the Piccadilly Circus. It's the one of the famous, like junction in London. So as you can see around the bill like a bill advertising board like in New York. So that's the 360 view. The reason why I'm here in London today is that for the first time I will be playing Cashflow 101 with other players. Basically Cashflow 101 is a game created by Robert Kiyosaki. So he's one of the popular best-selling author. You may have probably heard about Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yeah, so he's the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. So basically he was in the Marine Corps, and after that, once he graduated from there, he started his own Rich Dad Poor Dad company, and he became like a multi-millionaire. So basically this Cashflow 101, it will teach people how to come out of the rat race, because because at the moment I'm an employee, so my daily life is like gonna go to work, get wages, pay tax, and pay your bills, and you only left with like few hundred or maybe a penny to save. So this game will help us to come out of the rat race. So for the first time I'm gonna play with like other people's. Last year for my 31st birthday I bought this Cashflow 101 for myself, and now I will be trying this with the other new players. The club I'm going to go is called the London Cashflow Club. So it's one of the biggest club in London, and let's see how it goes. Because Robert Kiyosaki, he talks about that there are like 4 quadrants: E, S, B, and I. So at the moment I'm in the E quadrant, which is the employee quadrant, and as gradually I have to go up to the S quadrant and to the B, business, and ultimate goal is to be investor. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Cashflow 101 is a game which will teach you how to come out of the rat race. Alright, so I'm going back to my home. So I'm gonna share how was my first experience in the Cashflow Club, London. I would say before, when I used to play with my brother, the Cashflow 101, we used to only focus on real estate, buy properties and come out of the rat race. Over here, one thing I learned is that because I was like very what do you call it, one trick pony. I was only focusing on the real estate, and I was ignoring all the others like gold and stock and all this like all other stuffs. And one thing I learned is that because other players, they were buying all these stocks, and when the good card came, like good deal or in the market card came out, and they sold. And when they sold, for example, like one share they bought for like 5 or 10, this sold for like 40 or 30. So it means that's like times 3 or 4 of the amount of share you have buy. And one of the like players, they bought like 800 shares and he got like 40k or like more than, crazy numbers. So one thing I learned is that in a way, like diversify. You can buy gold, you can buy stock and property, and so this cycle is coming. So overall the experience, I would say it was good, but it wasn't that easy process, because normally me and my brother, we used to use the app to do all the calculations. Just enter your profession, because in this today I was a nurse. Just enter nurse, and all the forms, all the details was already there. And so it was a bit hectic, like try to do all the calculation. It was a bit, accounting was a bit hectic, but overall it was a good experience. And in total there were like, including myself, there were like 5 people, and it was a great day. And I learned like something new about stock and about gold. After the game, the main guy Jonathan, who is already financially free and who have come out of the rat race, he was saying in the real world it's slightly different, because in the real world you have to be like a master or expert of one thing to be successful. When the game is close to realistic, but not the 100% realistic, because in the game you can buy gold, whatever, and you can increase your cash flow. But on the real world you have to be like expert in one field. And plus another thing I learned is that it's about the networking. So if you have a nice deal but you don't have the money, you can sell that to other person, and in return you get some interest. And it's about having faith in other players. And he was saying you can apply the same principle in the real world. And one of the guy, I think his name was Andrew, he gave me this book, The Richest Man of Babylon. So this one I got like 1 month to read and return, like next time when I go to the place. Okay, so I'm gonna run here. So overall, yeah, it was a great experience, and I will come back here again on the next first Sunday of the month of July. So yeah, the main golden nugget is that try to minimize your expense. So basically the goal is that to increase your cash flow, and your cash flow has to exceed the expenses. So basically we should lower our okay, let me say again. So we should lower our expense and increase our cash flow. And at the end I asked that guy Jonathan who hosts the event, do you recommend any books or any course? He was saying there are loads, read the cash flow quadrant. And I told him proudly, that one I have already read that. I have read like Rich Dad Poor Dad of Robert Kiyosaki. I have read cash flow quadrant, financial intelligence, before you quit a job and increase your financial intelligence, like those kind of things. And he goes, okay, so how much have you, like what's your passive income? And I went blank. And he was saying there's no point of reading books if you haven't like make like £1 constantly every month. So basically he was saying, because I would say that because he is a doer, he's an action taker, and he himself is already out of the rat race. And I think he might be true, because I have been in this like the reading audiobook and reading books, listening to audiobook and reading books for like last 4-5 years now, and still I have zero passive income. And the only income I have is the money from my job, because I'm a proper employee. So I will take this to heart, and I will try to increase my passive income. And he was saying at least try to get £1 a month constantly. So that will be my goal. Okay, so in summary, our passive income must exceed our expense, and that's the day. And yeah, so tomorrow back to my job again in the rat race, like 8 to 5:30. Alright man, let's be financial free. Let's go. GG.